Hey, Ford. Knock, 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 knock. Were you listening? Yes, you were, Ford. Keith, gosh, man. I tell you what, dude. Bronco. This Bronco is exciting. This is what we've been waiting for. News like this with the Bronco, not about the fact that they're having to delay production. There's the chip shortages and all that crap that goes along with, hey, we can't meet the demands of our customers or even fulfill orders. Here's a bright spot for Ford right now, Keith. They were listening to us.
So how long ago was that? Was it a year ago?
About a year ago, when all of the excitement around this Ford Bronco release was coming. It was, yes, it had to be over a year ago, man, because we were talking about it even before the SEMA show, the last in-person SEMA show. So here's exciting news. Okay, Ford fans, are you ready? Ford Bronco fans, are you ready? Ford...
Wait. I'm going to get a manual transmission with a V6?
Oh, no. They've excluded that until maybe a year or two down the road. I think that's going to come. I think that they're going to have to because they are listening to the fans out there who are actually pissed because of it.
I can get the Sasquatch package with a removable hardtop roof?
No. Maybe.
All right. What is it, Jay? What is it?
They're listening. Look, man, Ford was paying attention to us, and they're paying attention to the chatter that's been out there. You know, with Jeep and in certain things, you have to kind of modify things for accessories, but it seems that Ford is listening, and they're like, we're going to make this easy. We're going to really try to get people over to us to accessorize. They have pre-wired switches, man, on the new Ford Bronco to make it easy to mount the off-road gear. That is huge.
We said on this program roughly a year ago that they needed to appeal to the aftermarket crowd. That we already knew from SEMA and Apex and seeing what was there in years past that everybody in the overlanding crowd loves to add on light bars, winches, bumpers. I mean, there's just almost no end, right? And so
that's it.
We said if you are smart, you will keep that crowd in mind when you build this thing. Well, sure enough, here we go. So it turns out that this whole Bronco kind of fever, I guess. Maybe I just came up with that. Bronco fever.
I like that Bronco fever, man.
It turns out that it's more than just marketing, which the marketing was really good, but it seems that this vehicle was very well thought out.
It was very well thought out. And again, that is due in part to a lot of the excitement that Ford generated around this. It was probably one of the best marketing plans that, surrounding a upcoming vehicle or a vehicle coming back that I've seen. And, it all started with that SEMA show. The Overland Crowd was heavy. There were Ford Bronco reproductions sitting around.
Oh, yeah, the Restos, right?
The Restos.
Yeah.
All of these things. You had the Jay Leno Ford Bronco reveal. So it's very smart that they paid attention and listened to everything. And they even, look, in the article that we've read about this, they speak to the Jeep situation where, the Jeep Wrangler's worst nightmare is inching closer, they say.
All right, so
as customer deliveries of the body-on-frame Bronco will finally start in the coming months. Now, let's go down the list.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Number one, can you take us through what this pre-wired situation actually looks like? And number two, do I need to come up with a music theme for Bronco Fever? I don't know, man. I mean, I got to find something that fits, right? Here we go.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like SEMA News, man.
All right.
Now on SEMA News. Yeah, so
all right.
Parts Count. Look, actually, it's PartsCounterGuru.com, and you are watching PartsCounterGuru.com on YouTube, which is YouTube/PartsCounterGurus. Anyway, so let's run down the list.
Yes,
okay.
Please.
There's going to be 6 pre-wired overhead upfitter switches.
So that's like up here.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like you were just
indoors.
talking.
Yep.
Indoors. Main fuse box to configure fuses for each upfitter switch, which is handy.
Okay. Yeah. That's the inside the cabin fuse box.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's again, it's expansion, right? You're leaving room. We said this. Ford, if you put something out, make it easy for someone to add accessories, because they buy the vehicle, and if Ford is partnering up with aftermarket upfitters or whatever, or suppliers for accessories, this is a smart move. You build the vehicle so you can add to it, right? So
also, let's be honest, like I've seen many a bad off-road lighting rigs where they melt wires or run down batteries. Or,
because they didn't wire it correctly, and they didn't know they didn't know what the recommendation might have been for that particular panel. And it happens all the time. And
so this next one looks like it's an under. That's why I was asking about the fuse box. They're talking about the in cabin fuse box. I've seen a lot of bad situations there. I'm sure we all have. Mm-hmm. But go ahead with the next bullet, because that's going to address under the hood, I think.
Right. 5 factory installed harness connections to simplify routing power throughout the vehicle. Makes complete sense. Yep.
So you buy a, let's just say, a hood mounted light bar. Mm-hmm. Or if you want to go grill mounted, whatever, bumper mounted.
Right.
And then you've got some sort of standardized power connector that I'm sure some aftermarket company will just sell a direct, like you buy the lights, you buy the plug-in, you buy the adapter, you plug that sucker right in, no cutting, splicing.
This is a no-brainer, man. I'm telling you, this is great marketing. Front terminal connections for bumper light bars.
Right, because nobody does that. Nobody puts lights on their rush guard or bumper.
Exactly.
Right, on an off-road vehicle.
Now, this is cool. Glove box connection point for accessories and or rear harness connection.
Okay, so that's good. I got my. I could put a little heater in there to keep my gloves warm, I guess. I don't. What?
Right, man. Glove box connection point for accessories and or
I guess
rear harness
maybe
connection.
It's like if you want to run some dash mounted stuff, you can tap it right behind the glove box if you pull the glove box out.
Or handheld devices like that needs a little power, like like maybe a light,
a hairdryer. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Or cooking maybe a plug-in stove or a coffee maker to set on your, who knows?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
All right, so a pillar connection for overhead light bars, pod lights, or spotlights.
Oh, a pillar. Yeah. So this is huge. I'm super excited about this. And by the way, I was just kidding on the glove box thing. It's always better to have more connections than you need. You'll find on these overland vehicles, you're going to find things that you're going to want to buy to hook it up. So
did I just say, was that, thank you for getting me there, man. I completely, a pillar.
Yeah,
it's
I
pillar.
knew what you mean.
A pillar.
So,
I knew what I meant.
The reason I'm so excited about this as an FJ owner is, I've got a roof mounted light bar, and I had to take my A pillar apart. And I mean, there's instructions on how to do it, but it's super tedious. And then you always run into the situation where if you don't get it right, something gets bent or you create a leak. They are wiring through that. So for those of you that don't know, the metal parts that run on either side of the front windshield or windscreen, if you live somewhere outside of the United States, they are running wiring harness right up through looks like the passenger side of that pillar, of that beam that runs right next to your windshield.
Right.
And at the very top of that, you'll be able to plug in your lights. So in theory, you don't have to take like body panels off, which is fantastic. That is huge. Huge.
Well, I'm looking at the last thing that they really point out, and this goes on and on. The rear cargo area connections for accessories, cargo lights, refrigerators, camping gear. I mean, that's just...
Okay, the fact that you need to point that out, I feel like that it's okay. It's first of all, it's great that you have that. If you don't have it,
you're
what
missing,
are you thinking? Everybody's got that now, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a common feature that you see in most of them anyway.
Yeah, that's like you go through fast food and it's like your drink comes with a straw, right? I mean, come on,
right,
I mean,
So what is exciting though is that Ford says that they have partnered up. There are. They already have announced that they will cater to the off-road enthusiast by offering more than 200 factory-backed accessories. Where this is great, man, for For someone that really, really is dying to have this vehicle, and you don't want to spend loads of upgrades, when you initially purchase it. We said that when we podcasted about this, that make it easy for somebody to acquire this vehicle and take ownership and let them customize it the way they want on their budget as time allows.
Well, and let's talk about why, because if you, and I have friends that have done crazy mods. There's a big place here that does Jeep mods. Friends that are Jeep mod owners that have all these, like just everything we just talked about, light bars, off-road lighting, winches, bumpers, you name it, right?
Right.
And they have to take those things in to a shop that does these upgrades. If you make it simple by literally putting plug-in points on these Broncos, the weekend hobbyist now has the ability to go buy a roof-mounted light rack or a bumper-mounted light rack, which looks like it would be even be easier.
Right.
And you're set.
Right.
I mean, you could do that by yourself in a weekend.
You could, and what makes sense also is the fact that with COVID, which has made it a lot more difficult for anybody to get into shops to have things done for them. This takes a lot of that out of the equation to where you, like you just said, you can do it yourself. And if you know how to, follow directions and mount stuff. And
I know what that glove box power port is for now. I'm glad you brought COVID up. It's for one of those sanitizers for your phones.
That's right. Yeah. The light, right?
Right.
My wife got one of those as a Christmas gift.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
We have one too, but you know what we actually use it for when we're out at live events and we have these forms that we have to have filled out. I throw all the pins in there and sanitize them.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. That makes sense.
The things you learn on this program, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So there you go, man. Ford, again, congratulations on a job well done in regards to the marketing of the now famous rebirth of the Bronco. Welcome to the show.